Atiku is destined never to be president of Nigeria. Oshiomole has come out now to say. So is that the issue now? Why not talk about the forgery that is done by your master, Tinubu? Eh? All these people are just trying to push the party narratives to us so that they can continue to remain in power. They are trying to save their head and save their party at the expense of over 250 million Nigerians. This is actually not a godly statement, not a godly thing to do. So now, rather than discussing the certificate issue, Oshiomole is now talking about Atiku not being destined to be president of Nigeria. So is Tinubu destined to be president of Nigeria under a fraudulent platform, under a fraudulent foundation, under cheating condition? Nope. So even Tinubu is not destined. He just get it to himself. And once you usurp what is not meant for you, you suffer for it. That is it. You pay dearly for it. And at the end of the day, you regret ever doing so. And Tinubu is on the path of regret, I am sure. Even though he has lost his conscience, but he will be brought to his knees when the time comes by nature. So okay, let's dive into the details to see what Oshiomole has to say about Atiku here. Former national chairman of the All Progressive Congress, Oshiomole, has said that the presidential candidate of the People Democratic Party, PDP, Atiku Abubakar, is destined never to be the president of Nigeria. So if Atiku is destined never to be president of Nigeria, is Tinubu also destined to be president of Nigeria? That is the big question. So are you saying Obi that is coming now that Tinubu is robbing his mandate is also not destined to be president of Nigeria? So this Oshiomole is just pushing APC narratives to people. That is it. It's pushing APC narratives to people, and it's actually not a very good one at all. Not a very good one for him. Rather to talk about the embarrassment that this man is causing Nigerians, he's rather doing something else. It's rather doing something else.
But I think it also borders on arrogance for Atiku Abubakar to suggest that our future is tied to his presidency. Atiku is destined never to be president of Nigeria. And I ask you to review his character, because I keep speaking about character during the election. Leadership is about character.
Do you have character?
Atiku's desperation is so obvious, so desperate that in 2003, it is on record, he challenged his own boss, President Olusegun Obasanjo, not to do a second term. And in the end, they fought naked at Wuse Market. Subsequently, Atiku decamped to join ACN. I was in ACN then. We offered him the ticket. Like Father Mbaka will say, he became like a big bird, like a vulture that couldn't fly. And he lost that election. Once he lost, he returned back to PDP. He contested again the primaries against, I believe it was Jonathan. Also? Right. And he lost the nomination. Because he has only his interest in mind, he decamped again from PDP and returned to APC. He joined us in Lagos, rolled out the dollars, and President Muhammadu Buhari has to say to APC people, myself inclusive, I have no dollars to give. I do not have Intel or ITEL. I do not have foreign account. And even if I have, I will not give. All I offer is all my heart. The APC guys who couldn't resist Atiku dollars collected those dollars and voted for Buhari as our candidate. Once he lost the nomination and he did his calculation and realized that it's highly improbable that he will be able to defeat President Muhammadu Buhari in our primaries, he again took flight and went back to PDP. Can you recount how many times he has camped, decamped, recamp, decamp? Now, such a political rolling stone, does he think that Nigerians are so insane as to think that a man who is not stable, who has no conviction, whose interest is about himself, and who has confessed that he's going through this race, according to him, to enrich his friends, that would be a possible candidate to be elected at a time like this? And for all of you who are journalists, who monitor what happened in Port Harcourt, how Atiku Abubakar got the nomination of PDP and create an offset for the traditional PDP people who had remained in PDP, come rain, come sun, come shine. You know how Atiku upsetted them by dollarizing the entire Port Harcourt community. I hear from those who have just returned from Port Harcourt that the dollars are still smelling there. So what is it that makes him have that sense of entitlement? A sense of entitlement that he must be president of Nigeria.
So those are the statements of Oshiomole saying that Atiku is unstable and is not destined to be president of Nigeria. He had decamp and recamp and decamp and decamp and recamp. He's so unstable, he's so selfish, and he's also desperate to be president just to enrich his friends and cohort. So with all of that, Oshiomole has said against Atiku right there in that meeting. Okay, is that not derogatory? Because they're talking about using derogatory words. We know that both PDP and APC have been rejected by Nigerians, frankly speaking, and they don't have a place at all. Okay, they don't have a place at all in our society. Nigerians want something different. So those are the words of Oshiomole in that conference meeting. And somebody says, sure, you are right. And that person says, so Oshiomole must have had an interactive session with Allah. And Allah told him that Atiku Abubakar is destined not to rule this country. That is somebody, Allah, now that is God. Yes, so so Oshiomole has got interactive section with God, and God told him that Atiku will never be president of the country. Now, wow, Oshiomole you just be a boy to Northerners. So calm down, Abi. They don't give up. Must you abuse him? He spoke his mind. Why don't you give your own opinion? Somebody is defending Oshiomole there. That is because the Northerners know he is an immigrant from Cameroon and not a Nigerian. Take it or leave it. Okay. Somebody say, what about Obi? Can Obi be president of Nigeria too? Or he will be destined to be the first president of Biafra? Somebody is trying to bring Obi into this matter now. Why this is between APC and PDP that are bringing Obi into it. Thomas, I agree with you. Atiku is never destined to be president of Nigeria. Okay, because is Tinubu now getting it in the right way? That's the question you need to ask yourself. You people are defending criminal activities because of sentiment, and that is not good for our country, Nigeria. So those were the words of Oshiomole against Atiku. Thank you for listening, and let's have your comment.